The thing that trips a lot of people up when they go to first connect Cursor to a local LLM is they expect it to work over localhost. But Cursor sends requests to their servers, which then sends the request to your local model, so your local model needs a public endpoint. Now, a typical AI gateway doesn't really help much here either, because they expect a public endpoint as well. But ngrok's AI gateway is interesting because it can use a private tunnel to route requests to the local LLM on your machine without ever exposing it directly to the internet. Okay, so it only takes a few minutes. And the way it works is if you head to providers from the AI Gateway dashboard, click Add Custom Provider, and I don't have a URL because your local model doesn't have one. Then I'm going to select LM Studio because that's what I'm using. I know it supports the responses API format, so I'm going to select Continue, and then I can add the model. So if I pop over to LM Studio, I'm using Gemma 4 E4B here. Add that. I'm not using API keys, so I'll skip that. Click Add Provider, and that's the provider done. Now you get instructions for how to run your private tunnel. Now I've already installed and authenticated ngrok, the ngrok CLI, so I'll just copy the command to run the private tunnel, and the private tunnel is up and running. So we've done all of the ngrok setup steps. So now if we head to Cursor, we can do those setup steps as well. So you'll go to Settings and then click on Models. And the first step is to add the custom Gemma model. So if you scroll all the way to the bottom, click Add Custom Model, and then I'll pop over to LM Studio to grab the model text, put that in. Okay, the next step is that we need to add the ngrok AI Gateway URL and credential. So one weird thing with Cursor, this version of Cursor, is that you can't click into these to edit them. But the trick is that you just select a nearby form control and then you use Tab and then you can actually make your edits. Okay, so what we need to do is if we head back to the dashboard, we need to create an access key. This is one I obviously created from a previous failed recording. So I'll click Create First Key, use my name. And then what I'm going to do is grab the base URL. Let's update that first. So head back to Cursor, paste that in there, and then Shift Tab to get back to the API key section. And I can grab that, paste that in, make sure to enable it. Okay, and then that's all of the Cursor setup steps done. All right, so I've got a YodaSpeak sample app loaded here. And what it does is it takes some text and it translates it into how Yoda might say it. So a nice, simple little app. Okay, so from Cursor, let's get it to work on a new feature. And let me stop that because we first need to select our custom model. Okay, let's try this again. Add a new feature for Yoda to respond in a calm, annoyed, or angry style. Okay, then we can send the request. And if we head on over to LM Studio, we can see it's chunking through and getting to work on building that new feature. So that's how easy it is. It only takes a few minutes. And if you want to try it out for yourself, just head to ngrok.ai.